Good morning, students. So today we discuss about chemicals and grouting materials. In that there are seven chemicals and grouting materials we are discussing. First one is grouting with soils. So soil is itself can be used to fill up some of the voids in coarse grain soils. Usually they are used to fill the voids in the coarse grain soils. The soil which is used for the purpose which would settle our quite quickly after injection. Settle out quite quickly after injection. The soil to be used as a grout should be very fine grain, that is less than 2 microns. This type of grout can be used to reduce permeability. Usually the permeability when there is high, so 2 micron, below 2 micron soils like clays, fine clays are used to fill up the voids so that permeability can be reduced. Next is grouting with cement mixtures. So cement grouts are usually formed from OPC, that is ordinary Portland cement, and the water cement ratio may be varied from about 0.5 to 1 and 5:1 depending upon the ground condition and required strength. Okay, the OPC grout are suitable only in fissured rocks, and rapid hardening cement may be preferred in ground with high flowing waters. So these OPCs can be used for fissures. Fissures means very small cracks in the rock present. So there you can use OPC cement. But in case of flowing conditions, where you used rapid hardening cements. Cement grouting has been widely used more often in seepage, cutoff beneath the dam, also in groundwater control of certain cases. So certain cases means where the groundwater flow is very high pressure, so there you can use this cement grouting. So next comes third one, that is grouting with asphalt emulsion. So asphalt emulsion is residue of oil refining industry in a emulsifying plant is processed to produce spears of asphalt suspended in water matrix. Usually the asphalt spears of 1 to 2 micron in diameter along with water can be used as a grout to fill the soil voids or rock fissures. Usually we are using, especially for soils, we are using this asphalt. Maybe some rock fissures can be filled because it is a good bonding as well as elastic material. Next, rock fissures of 10 micrometer size and middle silts have been grouted using these globules. Means the spear of this emulsions can be used for filling the rock fissures or milled silts of the grouting. Next, third one, that is fourth one, silicate derivatives. Silicate derivatives means especially silicate derivative, that is sodium silicate, also called as water glass, is commonly available and relatively inexpensive aqueous solutions. It is used in the soil voids or rock cracked as the grout materials. So wherever there is a rock, there is a crack formation in rocks, or it may be voids in the soil, there you can use sodium silicate. Next one is lignosulfate derivatives. So lignosulfate derivatives is made from lignin, which is a residue product from wood industry. These additives are added for control of gel time and uniformity. Right? So lignosulfate you can use in case of filling the voids in the soils or maybe cracks in the woods. They can fill up with lignosulfate because it is having good bonding property. Next one, acrylamides. A grout are characterized by a constant viscosity and good penetrability, effective control of gel time and adequate strength. This means it is a perfect chemical. It is a perfect chemical which is used for grouting. So that is, what are the characteristics here? So that is, first one is, it is the constant viscosity, good penetrability, effective control of gel time, and adequate strength. So it is mostly used in controlling the flow of water, rarely used for stabilization of rock masses and soils. Means wherever water pressure is very high, there we are using these type of grouting materials. And last one, but not least, that is phenoplast resins. Phenoplast resins are the formaldehyde combination of a resin result from polymerization of resorcinol. This phenoplast resins gives high strength compared to your acrylamide, and it is used in, that is phenoplastin resin used in controlling flow of water. So here also, this is also having good strength than the acrylamide, so that's why this can be used for wherever flowing, that is seepage control we are using. Next one, that is application of grouting. Last part, that is application of grouting. So application of grouting, so grouting is invariably used in all fields, especially whenever there is a seepage control in soil, that is earthen dams, there we can use this grouting material in order to fill the permeability, right? Then second, soil stabilization and solidification. So whenever soil is very weak, then in order to stabilize or strengthen, then we are using this grouting material. Next is vibration control. So vibration control, wherever these machine foundations are available, there due to the vibration there is a reduce in the mean, there is up and heave formation of the surface. So there you can use this grouting as effectively. Next, wherever defects in building masonry or pavement, so if any cracks formation in the building, there you can provide with some cement grouting. And pavements, in pavements we can use this emulsified asphalt can be used. Then repairing of ground underneath or formation of cracks. Next, filling the voids between lining and rock face in tunnel works, wherever that reads, these are nothing but you can use OPC or rapid hardening cements here. Then fixing the tendons in pre-stressed post-tensioned concrete, so here also you can use cement mixture. Then fixing ground anchors or sheet files, especially here rapid hardening cements. Concrete file walls, rapid hardening cement. Retaining wall and tunnels, etc. There also cements can be used as a grout. Last one, that is producing mass concrete structures and piles. Here also you can use. So means based on the application, you can use different type of groutings in order to control all the problems, like maybe seepage or stabilization, maybe vibration control or defects or cracks formations, etc. So this completes your grouting method.